merit for the loyalty you're giving. The resources you're pouring in are going nowhere, not to anything beautiful, but to people that don't even care about your well-being above their ego. Meanwhile, you have this empress that loves you so much that they had to grieve like 10 things at once and not come after you, knowing you're in danger because you don't protect yourself even. You don't have their vision. You're spiritually blocked. Meanwhile, they aren't. And they know the dangers of both feminines, masculines, and what each person might want from you and how they might be painting it when it's not the truth. Like, you saw the truth. You knew something was wrong. You knew your person was like the energy would shift, and it was almost as if like a new energy was introduced. Like every time you talk to them, you turn into a different person. Like, I don't like this anymore. Like, can you set boundaries or something? Like, you probably went through that. Do you know? You know what I mean? And you couldn't handle it anymore. It was disrupting your peace, and you showed up. You were loyal. You were faithful. You were devoted. You did everything right. You did everything to deserve everything. And you got barely anything. In fact, and you didn't agree to it. That's not what you signed up for. You honored the agreement you signed up for. They didn't. It was double standards. And then you just got what? Discarded or left behind, like just abandoned for doing everything right, for caring about them more than anyone else, for being loyal and having it be actually merit-making. Like, you don't have to worry about this empress going to sleep with your friend if it meant that they now just secured like an opportunity for themselves or stability for themselves or like an investment or clout or whatever. Because I mean, none of these people have boundaries or morals. It's all delusional, irrational shit. Like, I can't even imagine the things that they have told each other and themselves that's normal, that's completely deranged and delusional and not normal in order to run this lifestyle in a marriage. Like, what? Like, this is a cult. This is a very sad cult of broken people led by an irrational, delusional, codependent as hell, desperate for stability and control, and somehow they see that in staying married to you, even though you're off with Matilda and Ashley and then Alex the next month, and then now you're off with this empress. Damn, I'm getting a little worried. You've been there a little long. What's going on with that empress? You like how I got to make sure that that's not going as well as it's going, or I might lose my. I'm not willing to sacrifice anything else. I can't agree on anything else, so I have to navigate it away in order to keep what I have. I have to pollute that now. So what do? Behind the scenes, I'm going to meet up with your mom for lunch. I'm going to start talking secrets that you told me that you trusted me with, and then twist the narrative about things you told me about the empress. And I'm going to get you to keep feeding me information, thinking that it's innocent, that I'm trying to help and just be a confidant for you. Meanwhile, I'm exploiting that shit, telling everybody and rewriting it, the narrative, getting everybody to feel animosity in some type of way about this empress, that they're bad for you, so that when I start to introduce that into the mix, saying, hey, you know, I was talking with your mom, and I was talking with Bree, and I was talking with Alexander, and, you know, we all are worried about you. Meanwhile, they polluted it in the background. They set it up to have people be worried by, like, introducing partial truths and distorting the rest. Like, turning beautiful things and innocent things and well-intentioned things into questionable intentioned things, and little detail shifts, and like then saying, well, that's what he told me, and knowing that he's conflict avoidant, not wanting to rock the boat, so he's not going to correct it. He's just going to like be quiet and avoid. But that was dangerous for the empress. That was dangerous for you, because they perpetuated it by not saying, stop it, don't talk about them like that. I won't have it, or you're going to get cut off. You want to keep that agreement? Okay, shut your mouth. If I hear any negative commentary, if I hear any seeds of doubt that you're trying to plant in my head instead of encouragement first, I'm out. Because this person hasn't done anything to me besides love me too much, probably, and I don't deserve it. That's the only problem. And I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't. I'm already keeping our secret that we're married. Like, I can't, like, blame them too. But that's probably what you're going to have me do, because I'm not aware that you're perpetuating the information I'm giving you, thinking I can trust you with it, but you're actually using it to covertly start a smear campaign in the background. And by the time, and sow seeds of doubt in my head. So any little tiny minor like move that the Empress makes, because she's starting to feel like unsafe, and I'm not being clear with her, because I promised you I wouldn't tell anyone about our shitty marriage because it's embarrassing and it looks bad. And we're telling her about self-love and telling her that it's abandonment wound. Meanwhile, I'm married and I'm violating her and omitting things, and she wouldn't sign up for this. But I'm not going to say that either, because I need to get my needs met, because I hate my life. And oh my God, I met this person that is so loving, and I just can't say no. I have to experience this person's energy. And I know the only way I'm going to is if, I don't honor the marriage anyway. It's not real to me. We only married for benefits, or whatever they want to tell themselves to make it not real, but yet it's real enough to keep it. It's real enough to not tell your freaking partner that thinks that they're building a life with you. So it's pretty damn real enough. You're having to omit it in order to get your person to even sleep with you and kiss you and respect you. You know they wouldn't otherwise. So yeah, it's real enough. It's real enough to be a serious tower waiting to blow up in everyone's face. And trauma that an innocent person doesn't exist, because they did everything right. They did all the things that all of us didn't do. How dare we have that amount of audacity? No adults, nobody said that. They all had their own self-motivated interests stemming from a survival ego, survivor nervous system mode, which when you're living in survivor mode, I'm sure some of you know that, like, you're not thinking rationally. You're not thinking of other people either. You're thinking about surviving, because that's what the ego is. It goes into protection mode, and it's not always rational, especially if you don't hold space and you do things recklessly, compulsively, and you don't take time to be like, wait, what are the consequences that can happen? How is this going to impact the other person? What word am I breaking? What have I done to create this problem for myself and for this person? It's like, I need to take accountability for that. I shouldn't have done this in the first place. And then only to double down, triple down, quadruple down, all at this innocent Empress's expense, just to honor a dishonorable agreement. My God, if that's not evil, I'm sorry. I don't know what is, y'all. I don't know what is. That is evil. That's wicked. That's wicked shit, y'all. And if you can do that to somebody that is that loving to you, you can do anything. If you can bite the hand that feeds you to the point that it's bit to the bone and you're needing stitches, take it as it resonates. And they did nothing to you. They did nothing to you besides love you a little too much, clearly, or at all. Poor innocent thing. Like, the worst that they did was run into you, a liar, who's, it's sad because it's like this Empress is so loving that she understands your desperation for maternal energy. You've been so deprived that you're willing to do whatever it takes to experience this Empress's energy. But that should never be prioritized more than the truth. And if it omits choices that infringe upon somebody's basic human rights that uphold equality, like literally bare minimum bar equality, as in freedom of choice, you're stealing that. You're stealing their autonomy by omission and then violating them against their beliefs. You're so about your beliefs. What about their beliefs Their beliefs are more important. Look at everything they have to lose. They built something. They worked for something. They chose one person. That's how they chose you. They didn't cling to you. This isn't codependency. They chose you. You're just trying to project that it is, because that's all you freaking know, basically, it looks like. Or that's to ease your own guilt. It's like, I can blame it on them because they're being like clingy and codependent, and I know they're going to chase me because maybe they chased me the first 2 times, wondering what the hell is going on because I've gaslit them into oblivion to serve my own needs. But I'm not going to say that because I don't want to look like the devil that I've become to get by, because that's what life has become, just getting through the day. And now I'm an addict, and I have no love in my life because I just discarded and abandoned the Empress because of my shitty blood pact, so that this Queen of Cups doesn't go ballistic, so that all my friends don't abandon me because, oh my God, you're like a whole different person for this Empress. She's changing everything about you. I don't even know who you are anymore. Getting me to second guess if I'm doing the right thing or not. Not even considering, hey, is this Empress an upgrade? It's like, I don't know, maybe this is actually a blessing. Maybe they're worth sacrificing all of it for. Because, like, they actually care about my health. They haven't lied to me. They haven't cheated on me. They don't sleep with other people. I don't even have to worry ever about jealousy. But no, instead I'm going to devalue that and be like, yeah, it's because I'm the best that they've ever had. And I know that they're going to chase me because they love me that much. And I could probably do better. My friends are right, and I got to go see. And I feel lonely here because it's just me and her, and I'm not allowing us to connect. And because I'm married, but I can't say that. And, yeah, so I'm gonna just I'm gonna dip out now, and if they lose their mind, because anyone would, because that's heartbreaking and wicked stuff, I'm just gonna, it's a perfect plan. I'm just gonna say that I had to go. They were unstable, even though I made them that way. And so did my Queen of Cups and everybody involved, my family, my friends, everyone that told me that it was wrong staying with the Empress, and that I need to uphold my shitty, fake-ass agreement that has no honor anywhere to be seen, no love, only breadcrumbs of freedom, and always a glass ceiling when it comes to deeper connection. Yeah, and I need that. I'm craving that. I'm screaming for that in my nervous system. I never regulate, and it's turning into like a critical like fixation and addiction to sleep around and get like physical touch, because I can't ever take it further with the emotional aspect. So that's what I'm going to indulge in. And now it's a whole full-blown problem, because now I'm traumatizing everybody. Like, now I'm afraid of rejection to an extent that, like, I'm willing to do and say whatever I have to get what I need. And it's a fantasy, and it'll be a fun adventure fantasy until I, have to leave. But we'll be happy in the meantime. That's so sick. Y'all, it's like hell. It's like a nightmare. It's haunted. Oh my God. I would throw up daily if I even attempted to carry such a guilty conscience. I don't know. Like, you have to be a master at not just compartmentalization, but like extreme amounts of like escapist tendencies, multiple. I mean, in order to, unless you're a sociopath, psychopath, like if you have your wires still, and you're just in a serious state of denial, and it's turned into not just denial, it's disassociation to a very concerning degree, to the point where you're gaslighting everyone and yourself, and punishing the one that is innocent and worthy, celebrating the ones that aren't. For everything they poured into you, this is the reward: abuse, over and over again, knowing that they're begging you for clarity. They are so patient. They've been so, I don't even deserve this shit, and I still won't even give them that. My God, y'all. Yeah, it's wicked. It's wicked stuff. It's so wicked. To the point where you've made them see that. They can't not see that because you didn't do anything wrong. The narratives couldn't stick. They tried. They tried in a whole gang against you, a whole group, a whole family, whatever it is, and it still didn't stick. Time and consistency just it debunked. It debunked whatever they tried to assign to you. Everything. Yeah. Everything was debunked because of how well and consistently and ritualistically you show up for your own life. And how when they all thought that you were chasing them and being codependent, you did everything the opposite. And maybe they thought that you would because maybe the first couple times you did kind of go after them looking for clarity because they would leave you in confusion and you were just wanting to know, like, is this like a breakup or are you going through something or can I get a hug or whatever it was. And then they would exploit that and make it seem like you were chasing them when you were just wanting to understand, wanting to know how, if there's something that you did, something that you can do, what the problem is, like, why is this happening? Everything is going well, and then there's always something that comes up, and it always feels like it's a new energy introduced, or like you talk to somebody that you're not telling me hates me, or like there's something going on here. Like every time I get a step ahead, you take me 2 steps back. It's like I don't feel even comfortable getting excited or hopeful. And that's not my energy. I don't want to live that life. It's not supposed to be that way. But you're not telling me something. And no matter how hard I try, you still won't. And I know that you're lying. So what do? I'm going to call you evil because that's what I'm experiencing. And then you're going to get mad and say I'm criticizing you and calling you names. And if you hate me so much, why are you with me? Why do you stay? Well, because I'm trying to figure out a solution and I really care about your well-being and I see that everybody around you does not, but they have you convinced that they do because it benefits you and it feeds your addictions and it's exciting until it isn't, until something really dangerous happens. But only I see that far ahead. You guys don't think that way. I'm the only rational one here. And I might not even be stable right now because you put my head through so much crap that, like, goddamn, am I still here in reality like I think I am? Yes, I am. I know this is wrong. At the very minimum, I know the difference between good and evil. I know between right and wrong. Like, this is sick. This is sick. And it's even sicker that my person is not telling me where the sickness is coming from. Knowing that it's real and I'm not crazy for bringing it up and trying to discuss it. And then projecting onto me like there's something not normal about what I'm doing when it's the most normal thing in the equation. It's the most valid, normal, loving, patient, kind, collaborating, teamwork effort, honoring my word because I signed up for a devoted relationship that you've been dishonoring behind my back the whole time. Like, or whatever happened here. It's like, you're still going to keep abusing me to honor that. Even though you see that you're now traumatizing me. And it's gotten to the point where I'm not even asking you for anything but the truth now. I asked you for emotional support. I didn't get it. I asked you to communicate. I didn't get it. Okay, now we're at the end of the ledge. At least you can give me a yes or no or the truth. I need to know, is this like, are you trying, like, what's happening next is basically like, literally, and I feel like in some of your guys' situations, they just wouldn't answer, or they would just like go missing, or something would come up to distract the topic at hand, or they would focus on minor flaws that they would make you think you have that weren't relevant and paint it as though they're behaving that way due to you somehow, as if you're the reason for all of this insane mess. It's so evil. It's like everything's at your expense and you're the only one that's rational and doing things right. The only one that deserves what everyone else is getting besides you. Yo, dude, that is like wicked stuff. It is. And still, somehow, you probably prayed for this person even still, knowing that, yeah, some of you had no way to prove it. Maybe over time you got proof. Maybe you went as far as taking people to court or threatening legal action. Maybe all your situations are going to be different, but either way, the whole time, even as you began to resent and dislike them entirely, because you can't like anyone that's abusing you. You can love them though, and love is more valuable. And it's completely different than codependency, y'all. Completely different. Are you kidding me? It's not about egos. It's about, yo, I'm watching my person act erratic, dark, neurotic, silent, snappy, and it was just fine yesterday. I need explanation. You're torturing me. I'm getting PTSD. Do you care? I'm literally just asking you for like minimal. Like I'll even settle for a yes or a no, because you're making me cry. I've kept my composure for hours, and I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sad. Now I'm really actually hurting, and I can't help it. I'm crying. And instead of empathizing for you, because you would not be in that situation if it wasn't for their weak will, okay? And entitlement, really. And their codependency, not yours, theirs. They're simultaneously trying to condition you to be on their low frequency. Meanwhile, it's like you're vibrating high and you're on your path already. It's like, yo, what is wrong with you people? That's so wicked. Shame to the infinite power, like, on all of anyone who was involved in this, for real. Because it's not just shameful. It's emotional terrorism. It's spiritual warfare. You can end lives doing shit like this. You know, some people lose their light. They lose everything that made them because the betrayal is so, because they lived in a world just yesterday where the people that are mean and wrong and dirty, they're the ones that get punished, and the people that do good, they should be the ones that are respected, safe, rewarded, leveling up, because they show up, they earned it, they're doing everything right. So they live in a world where that's rewarded with things like loyalty, with things like healthy relationships, honesty, integrity. It's like they believe that you were real because they deserved you to be real, and they showed up as real, and you just mirrored them instead of actually being that. And they believed you because they've been through a lot already. And you showed up, they looked at you like you should have looked at them, a blessing, thinking that, oh my God, finally, I knew it. I knew not to stop believing in love, only for you to be the most heinous, kamikaze, karmic experience that they could have never imagined. Like, the amount of, it probably was so intense that out of all the betrayals or traumas you've ever been through combined, maybe, they stomped it just with this, just them. Because you love them deeper than everybody else, and you believe them deeper than anybody else, and you were more vulnerable to them than anybody else. And that's why it's so fucking wicked, y'all. Like, it makes me sick that people do this. And that's how dangerous brokenness can become. You can become that dark and that broken and that desperate to get your own needs met that you have dehumanized people to such a degree that even the person that loves you more than anyone ever in your life ever has, that's the one that you traumatize the worst. And you don't do it once. You do it over and over. And then for all the endurance that they still remained intact for, to stick around for me, now I'm going to discard them and just change my number or whatever the hell happened here. Stop talking to them. Ignore them. Act like they did something wrong. I had to escape them or whatever it is. Break all, just like be mean when I just said I loved you every day up until a few days ago. I'm going to switch a complete, like bait and switch, like complete. I mean, you didn't know how to feel safe in the world, some of you, anymore. And for some of you, maybe you didn't have family or friends or people around you that not only could not understand what you were going through, but like could be there for you like you would need through such a traumatic situation. It's like, because, in situations like this, just because there aren't bruises doesn't mean that the abuse wasn't kamikaze. Like, bruises don't show when they're in your nervous system and you're forever like you're forever like you will never be the same. You will be stronger if you make it through it, but like now you have PTSD. Now you have antisocial tendencies because you don't feel safe in the world. Now you were the shining light for people to still believe in love, even though you haven't found it yet. You would love on everyone else, knowing that one day it's going to come for you, and you finally really believed, oh my God, this is it. This is my person. And then only to be betrayed in such a heinous way that you actually might have felt sick, sick mentally, sick emotionally, to the point where it was like in my case, what I went through, I was like frozen in my own body. Like I was like, there was no, because your brain is a meaning making machine. And if it can't make meaning out of something, it's going to keep going in a loop. That's psychology. So there is no meaning making of an irrational situation. You cannot rationalize what is not rational. That's the problem. And that's what was being hidden, illusion, gaslit from you. And you're still thinking in the lens of, okay, there's no way my person would do, like, there's got to be a reason why they would choose this. They must be battling against something even scarier than losing me, or they must have had to some degree, or something is going on that they are in trouble, or there's something seriously concerning going on, like to the point and you were so traumatized, and still you were considering their well-being while you were being completely and utterly abused, like literally. And that was the last step of your healing, was accepting that it wasn't anything but everybody in this dynamic was out for themselves, beyond just out for themselves. They actually got delight because they're so miserable and sick in the head and so distorted that they actually made them feel like some kind of layer of special or better for a second, being chosen over you. No, because they know your value. That's why they made this whole debacle, because you're a threat. Otherwise, why would they do it? Why would they be so quick to keep you apart? Hello, value. Hello, wake the frick up. Why would they gang up on you like this? This is next level. I'm sure it wasn't like the other times. Like, this is different. This is more than usual. Like, than when they want me to, like, leave my person. Like, this is, like, I mean, they're making me question, like, my person. Like, they're making me be afraid of my person. They're planting seeds of doubt to the point in my head where I don't know who to trust anymore. Or I'm somehow now okay with not comforting my person that's hurting right in front of my eyes, just to keep up an agreement, to keep the peace. But I'm literally watching my innocent, loving, miracle blessing of a person unravel and suffer before me. And I've seen the forms diagnosing their PTSD, or I've been to the therapy sessions, I've driven them there, and I know that they've been through so much already. And here I am, just adding to it. When I told them that I am in their life to make it better, here I go. And I'm just going to keep watching, and I'm not going to break. I'm going to keep the poker face going. And then, even worse, they don't know this, but tomorrow I'm leaving at 3 p.m. So all I got to do is just avoid and stay calm until then. And how do I do that? By not engaging, even though I'm watching an innocent person trying to be stoic, trying just like, oh my God, it's wicked, y'all. It's truly, it's, it really, it's